Hello and a very warm welcome to another episode of Culinary Travels. I'm Chef Robert Harland and I'll be your host today. And our episode today features something rather unusual for Negros. We are in Saigon Cafe, which specializes of course in Vietnamese food. And we're in a very rustic setting here in Bata subdivision, which is in Bacolod, very close to the famous golf course golf club and golf course Marapara. So in a moment we're going to meet the co-owner and chef, and also we have a very special guest who's going to join us for today. So without further ado, let's meet our guests. Okay, so now let's meet the co-owner of the Saigon Cafe, co-owner and our guest chef today, Sylvia Haringey. Sylvia.
Hello, Robert.
Welcome to the show. And we have a very special guest with us today, noted food writer for the Sun Star Bacolod, Betsy Gazzo, who's going to join us for the fun.
Hi, Robert.
Welcome, Betsy.
Hello.
Sylvia, I've known you for a long time because you used to be the secretary of my doctor.
Yeah.
What made you, first of all, change direction in your career?
Because an opportunity just came in after a Vietnamese friend of my good friend as well suggested that we put up a Vietnamese restaurant.
You didn't know anything about Vietnamese food then?
No.
So you went to Vietnam?
Yeah.
So tell us about your training in Vietnam.
So I went there last year to study in the Women Cultural House of Ho Chi Minh. I stayed there for 3 months to finish my courses, to get my certificate.
So you are now a qualified chef specializing in Vietnamese food.
I guess so.
And you say you were in Ho Chi Minh City, which of course used to be known as Saigon.
Exactly.
So Saigon Cafe, perfect,
Exactly.
perfect. And I don't know very much about Vietnamese food. I have been to Vietnam a few times, but I have to say rather ashamedly that the French food, particularly at the restaurant called the Opera in Saigon, so good. I just ate there. Tell us about what are the fundamentals of Vietnamese food versus, say, Thai food or Cambodian or Laotian food?
Okay, according to what I've learned, Vietnamese food, you cook it in a healthier way compared to the others. So that's why I told Betsy earlier that I noticed after I started the restaurant that I don't use a lot of cooking oil in cooking my dishes. And then another thing notable about the Vietnamese cuisine is they use a lot of fresh herbs, especially when they're eating it already. So compared to other dishes, so they're more healthier.
So you mean you eat the herbs raw?
Raw, together with their food.
Betsy, you've eaten here, and in fact you've reviewed the restaurant. Was it the first time you've tasted Vietnamese food?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah. What was your reaction?
Well, it really stuck to the reputation of Vietnamese food as healthy fare, really healthy food. What I understand is that meat is just used to flavor. It's similar to a condiment. It's really
As opposed,
flavor.
as opposed to Western food like a huge steak.
That meat is really.
Right. So other way around. So in an American restaurant, you'd get a steak like that and vegetables like that.
Yes.
Whereas in Vietnam, you get vegetables like that and meat like that.
And a platter of vegetables and herbs.
Right.
They serve that on the table.
How much of the food is fried and how much is oiled or baked?
With several dishes that I'm cooking every day, the only thing that I'm frying is the gatchen, the fried chicken, which is accompaniment of fried rice. That's all. But the rest, I'm just cooking it the natural way with the herbs, with the condiments. I don't have to fry it.
And how authentic is your food here versus Vietnam in terms of, I know that, for example, some fast food outlets here will slightly alter the taste to suit Filipino palates. Have you made many changes to the original recipes?
Not really. Maybe on the flavor to suit the Filipino, especially the Bacolod taste. But most of my condiments and my materials are coming from Vietnam, yeah, to maintain the authenticity, and even the manner of cooking is still what I learned from school. But yes, to for my customers' benefit, I try to alter the taste.
What is the Bacolod taste? Why did you alter?
In Bacolod, they love a little bit salty. Now in Vietnam, what I learned in school is they don't use a lot of salt.
Now, your restaurant here is very popular, particularly among young people. You are in a very rural, rustic setting. How many diners can you accommodate here?
37 maximum in one sitting.
Okay.
So what we're doing is just we make some turnovers.
You're open 7 days a week,
7 days.
with the busy day being today,
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Robert, the place looks small, but it's quite deceiving. I'm quite surprised that this could seat like 30.
That's right, yes,
37
I must say,
one
yes.
time.
Okay, now, Sylvia, what are you going to demo for us today?
Okay, so we will start first with the beef and rice noodle soup, famously known as pho bu.
So let's take a break now. This is Culinary Travels, leaving you for a few minutes while Sylvia prepares to show us her authentic pho bu dish. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
put inside the container, set that aside. That's to prepare for the toppings as well.
And that's your topping?
Yeah.
Right. And the soup cooks that? You don't cook that, the soup cooks that? So when do you put that in?
Like 1 hour before you
Okay.
dish out.
Okay. And then what about the salt and the sugar?
This, like an hour or 2 hours before you dish out.
Right.
Because you have to like monitor the flavor. You add more depending on how you like it.
So let's summarize that then. So
Boiling.
after cleaning, 2 hours for the bones, then 2 hours for the onions, ginger and leeks, and then after 3 hours or so you put in the spices, and you continue simmering, put the beef in, and then after another 2 hours you can put the salt and the sugar in.
Yep,
And then that's it.
that's it.
And then but 1 hour before you can put the
serving.
toppings.
Exactly.
The toppings in.
The toppings.
So that is far bow.
Yeah.
That's pretty strict.
Far
Not
bow.
complicated, but
Not complicated,
just
only
time-consuming.
exactly. There you go. But while you're doing that, you can already prepare the noodles, the rice noodles. You can boil another pot of water. And after you boil, you put this inside and cover it for like 5 minutes. Depends on how thick the noodle is or the size. This, I think I'm using the 3 millimeter noodles.
Okay, so that's the far bow dish, and we'll be sampling that just a little later. But now we're going to be moving on to our next dish, which is bun tit nyong, which is grilled pork and rice noodle salad. But in the meantime, we'll take a short break. This is Culinary Travel signing off for a few minutes. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. Right, and now we come on to the next dish, the bun tit
Tit
nyong,
nyong.
grilled pork and rice noodle
noodle
salad. So, Sylvia, take us through what you have here in ingredients.
Okay, so we have the rice noodles already prepared, just like our
Similar to the
pho. Yeah, but actually in Vietnam they use the rice vermicelli, and then we have the fresh cucumber, and we have the grilled already pork meat, and we also have the radish and carrots. We have the peanuts, and we have the fish sauce. They call that nok cham in Vietnam.
Okay, so put it together.
Yeah, all you have to do is just put this like a toppings. And then after that, you put this on the side. So the customer or you can just try
Oh, I see,
to
you don't
slowly.
you don't pour it over.
No,
To
because
taste.
because some they don't like spicy
Okay.
sauce or what. So,
you put that when you're ready to eat.
exactly.
Very good.
There.
Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our
Bun tit
bun
nyong.
tit nyong salad.
Yeah.
Now, when we've had dinner, we can finish off with coffee.
Coffee, the famous
Now,
iced coffee.
Vietnamese iced coffee is a very unusual and very tasty. I actually serve it myself in my house when I'm having dinner parties, and it's very popular. So, Sylvia, tell us how you do it and what the ingredients are.
Okay, so we have the condensed milk and of course the coffee powder. So this is the coffee filter.
You're going to pour the coffee.
Here. And then you put this.
You drink that at home.
And then a little bit of this
On top?
on top.
Ah, okay.
And this is the hot water. Better if it's really coming from the pot, boiling water.
Right, absolutely.
And then you pour a little bit. First, cover our condensed milk.
Condensed
it's supposed
milk.
to be
Poured at the bottom.
exactly.
Right.
Okay, there you go. And then that's the time you add more hot water to cover that one. The one in the middle,
And then-
that's the indicator. And then cover that.
Yeah, it drips.
It drips.
It drips onto the layer of condensed milk.
Yeah, for a maximum of 5 minutes. And that's it. And then after that, we will provide glass with ice. And then pour over the ice. There.
Oh, fantastic.
Voila.
And you can just
Fantastic.
use. And that's it. You can now have your ice cup. So
Well, there
this-
we are. So we have two dishes, and we have a delicious-looking Vietnamese iced coffee. So now comes the proof of the pudding. Eating. We will be sitting down to enjoy lunch with Sylvia and Betsy. Right. Well, here we are. We're now about to taste the hard work of Sylvia. Looking forward to our two dishes. So. Please tell us how you serve the flour bowl.
So we'll put the meat.
Okay.
Okay, so what do? We just
So yeah, show us. You can just in Vietnam you can just already use this. You can
is that one serving or that's for everybody?
one serving.
Well, this is really very, very good, very delicious.
Here the bon tip nong. And then the sauce.
That is delicious. Excellent meal. Excellent. No, I'm fine for the moment, thank you. I enjoy my
You're
coffee.
supposed to finish everything.
I still have more balls.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that program, our show today. A fascinating look into Vietnamese cooking. I'd like to thank Sylvia very much for lending us her time and
Thank you as well.
facilities here at Saigon Cafe. I'd like to thank Betsy for her excellent input, and she knows her food and she knows her cooking. So thank you very much,
It's a
Betsy.
pleasure to be your guest. So as the French say, voulez-vous déjeuner avec moi?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm sure you. I'm sure you're right. So thanks very much for watching. This is Chef Robert Harland signing off, and looking forward to seeing you in our next show. Thank you very much.